How you doing today? My name is James, and I want to know, have you ever been feeling like in your family business that maybe you just don't belong, or you feel like you've got a different potential that you haven't necessarily reached yet? Well, I had a family business, still have a family business that my brothers currently run. Our dad started back in the 60s actually, so it's over 50 years old. And last year, I made one of the hardest decisions of my life, believe it or not. I've been working for the family business since I was 12 years old, and essentially worked every single job under the sun for the company. You know, working, it's in the seafood industry, and I grew up, cleaning the belly cavity out of salmon. That was my first ever job. And it was a pretty gross job, but for like a young 12-year-old kid, it's like a pretty cool thing to do, right? So I was like, yeah, getting to work. And from there, slowly raised the ranks and, did some delivery driving and some warehouse work and operations management and sales, and just kind of climbed the corporate ladder of my family business. And like I was saying, last year, I made one of the hardest decisions of my entire life. And it was such a hard decision because I felt this overwhelming obligation that, and having my identity wrapped around my family business, that I wasn't sure if I was going to be accepted by my family. I didn't know what kind of things they might say if I was, gonna make this decision. But I made the decision, and then I actually followed through on the decision. Making it and deciding upon it was actually the hardest thing. The second hardest thing was telling my family about it. And the third hardest day was letting them know what was going to be my last day. And so you might have guessed it by now. I made the difficult decision of actually quitting my family business. And if you're in the family business industry, whatever your industry is, I can empathize with you. I know what it's like to have an identity that's wrapped around family obligation, the sort of the duties, and even more than that, and deeper psychologically than that, is the stories that we tell ourselves, because a lot of that stuff is actually made up. My family actually really quite accepted the fact that I was going to quit my sales post, my job at sales. And so I'm grateful for that. And I can't imagine that everybody's going to have that type of a response. I've got several brothers that are in the family business. So, I do have them to lean on. I'm still involved in the governance of the family business, and we aim to have at least 4 meetings a year. Typically what really happens is when things are kind of in the rough, we'll probably have like one meeting every week or two for 1 to 3 months, and then probably take like 4 or 5 months off, and then we'll kind of reassess if we need to, based on what's going on. Is there a crisis that we need to navigate through, decision making stuff? So still very involved in that side of things from time to time. And so I've been able to replace my income with income from entrepreneurial ventures, and you can do the same. So I've also got 7 years of experience in network marketing coaching, and for me now, my goal is to really bring you the best of what I've learned in personal development, accountability, masterminds, decision-making, following through, creating action steps to create a bigger overall plan so that you can create more results. And ultimately, my goal, my purpose is to help you to maximize your potential. Because I believe that, and nothing against my family business, they do very well, but I just believe that my direction is in a different path and that I've got a different type of potential. I don't want to say that my potential is more than that, more than the family business, but it's more than that family business to me, if that makes sense. Because I don't think you can just blanket one purpose of a business or a company and say that's the most important thing for everybody, right? So my goal is really to give you bite-sized pieces of information. I've actually started a podcast called Motivation Mindset 365, where I'll be sharing tidbits and value bombs and things like that, golden nuggets of information. And so you feel free to follow me on there. You can check me out on Instagram at motivationmindset.365, the numbers. Okay, so I'm really going to reach out to help whoever I can, and that's my goal, is to help you maximize your potential. So I look forward to meeting you. Click on the where's that? That would be down here. Okay, so click on the subscribe button, ring that little bell, so that anytime that I release a new episode, you will get that down there. My goal, as the name might suggest, for Motivation Mindset 365, is to produce one new. So the goal was actually to produce one new podcast every single day, 365 days. And I started towards the end of May this year. So we've been going for just a little over a month now. And my goal is going to be also to upload those onto YouTube. And so this is, it's quite an endeavor that I'm pursuing. And I look forward to having you come along on the journey with me. And if you do want any coaching resources, please let me know, reach out. I will be providing some more information as we go, as I sort of develop, the program. And in the meanwhile, just kind of sit back, relax, have a good time, and really look forward to getting to know you. So awesome. Thank you so much, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.